It's Rob Black, and we're here in the light. The light has shown us the way. The light has shown us the way. That's what the light has done. Cheers. How is everybody tonight on this? It's fucking, I don't know where you guys are that are watching the Rob Black show. Where are you guys watching me from? I don't even know, for Christ's sakes. But I know it's fucking hot! It's hot as fuck here in Los Angeles. And it is getting hot. It seems like it's just getting hotter and hotter and hotter with the night. It's supposed to cool down, but it's not. It's getting hotter. So I guess we'll go and persevere through the heat, and we will forge on and make it a wonderful day. That was an XPW story. That was about Abdulli the Butcher. Yes, Abdulli the Butcher. I'll tell you, man. I got a lot of times I have to jar my memory and almost like get a stick or a electrocution plug. One of them things where they put the electrodes on your fucking brain and push the button to jump start it and go, oh fuck, I remember what was that story or what was that about. You know, I always told people, I would tell them about the show we did in the Palace and how that unfolded, and that was kind of the night that we kind of went from being a indie to a real Fed. And it was kind of funny. Somebody sent me an article recently that one of the dirt sheets, one of the pro wrestling dirt sheets did, and they called the XPW era the darkest days of wrestling. Oh man, you know, you're definitely not an indie Fed when a national website that has been around for eons, and they actually call your company the darkest days of professional wrestling. So that was kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to be considered the darkest days of wrestling. So I was going to give you guys a little wrestling story to start the program off with, because we had last night I told everybody, or yesterday afternoon I told everybody the game plans of what was going to be transpiring with the show, and I gave you guys the 411 about the night show and about things that we were going to be moving around. And I had another afternoon conversation today with my technical wizard, the wizard we call him, the Fesker, all right? And we were discussing a new facility. I was on the phone with some people about facilities, and one place I'm going to look at tomorrow, and it's in Van Nuys. And the gentleman that I'm supposed to talk to, his name is Victor. Yes, Victor. So I am going to talk to a man tomorrow by the name of Victor. And Victor is going to show us this new facility, the new possible location for the Rob Black Show slash a relaunch of, I would say XPW, but me and Kevin Kleinrock decided today that more importantly, we are going to definitely have a new name for the organization. And the best way I can explain it to all of you is think WWE when they had SmackDown and Raw. That is the best way I could describe it. SmackDown and Raw. And you are going to have a XPW and then a different brand. And we haven't figured out the exact name of that brand yet. We've got about 10 names that we keep throwing around and going back and forth thinking, is this the name? Nah. And then the next morning comes and I'll get a text saying, nah, I don't like that. I was thinking about it last night. It's too plain, or it's too generic, or whatever the fuck we come up with. So as of right now, we don't even have a working name for the second brand. But when we have it officially, you all will be the first to know. Oh man! When we officially, goddamn it, have the name, you will be the first to know. So until then, we're just gonna go with Wrestling Company B. Okay, Wrestling Company B. So that's what we're going to go with. Wrestling Company B. Anyways, Wrestling Company B and XPW will be moving and shaking, all right, in the very, very foreseeable future. And that's part of what the meeting will be tomorrow when we go to meet this gentleman, Victor, at the building and take a look and see exactly if it will work for what we want it to do. But it's in Van Nuys, just so you all know. The building is in Van Nuys. That is where, if we move to this facility, we will be in Van Nuys. I think, I'll tell you guys precisely, Havenhurst. It'll be Havenhurst, Van Nuys. That is the prospective location, Havenhurst in Van Nuys. Brand new building. It's fucking beautiful. So we'll see. Anyways, XPW. You want to hear an XPW story, or do you guys just want to hear about herpes and gonorrhea and syphilis and wacky porn girls who used to be in the porn business, who leave the porn business and then they come back in the porn business, and what do you guys want to hear? I'm down for discussing whatever you guys want to hear. We could go with wacky porn girls, or we could go with XPW. I know I've been promising XPW for a while, and this would be the time to talk to you all and give you a bit. Now, any of my diehard porn fans that want nothing but herpes and gonorrhea and syphilis and Mike South, they'll be disappointed if I sit here and talk about wrestling. So you guys gotta help me. I don't wanna let you all down. Okay? I don't wanna let you down. Okay? I don't wanna let you down because it means so much to me that all of you guys are happy. It really doesn't, and I'm just saying that right now, just to say it. But regardless, we'll go into a little wrestling. So I had the company XPW, and we were doing shows at the Reseda Country Club. Now, to talk about how I got involved with a bunch of wrestlers that were names beforehand would be a really long backstory that involves Paul Heyman and involves Bubba Ray Dudley, Big Dick Dudley, Tommy Dreamer, and to really go back would be pretty fucking tiring. And it would take an hour and a half of this conversation. So what I'm going to do is take it from the point of us having XPW, starting XPW, and us working and employing wrestlers from ECW and castaways from WWE. So we were doing shows at the Reseda Country Club. And if any of you don't know what the Reseda Country Club was, I will tell you. Okay? And what they were, I know, what they were oh, God. What it was, I drove down onto my house with our full, but I see managers going tomorrow, so maybe more available. Call my birthday fight, see if we still have space there. One of our guys is talking here. The Fesker, the Superman here. I know Patrick sent me some shoots against us. Francine from ECW, Jasmine St. Clair, and then Nicole Bass even busts your balls. God, you know what? I'm too. I gotta tell my story to listen to EC Talent's shoots on XPW. Okay.
Hey, I need you to work for my company. It was all work. We didn't mean it. We just wanted to make ourselves look good. I'm just like, whatever, Rob, so.
You never went to XPW, right?
No, I was talking, he would call me all the time, so I would talk to him, and then, I remember the one time
This is Francine.
I said, oh, please, that was years ago, and I know it wasn't their fault, and I know it was Rob telling them, so then by the end of the night, they both said hi, and
squashed it.
I don't really care, like, I don't hold them responsible, it was Rob.
Right.
But then, after the show, and, I walked in the locker room, and I said, I gave a wave to everybody, and one by one, they come trickling over, and 7 minutes from the match away, or something stupid like that. I mean, we had to really, cut some spots out and stuff like that. I just thought it was really disrespectful. It was disrespectful not only to us, but to just the wrestling business in general. Never go to somebody's show and pull that shit, And like I said, the girl was just so dumb. I don't think she knew any better. And I think they were all Rob Black's puppets and just did what they. I mean, I just came back from California and Supreme and Chaos were on the show, and I walked in the locker room. And I said.
This is Francine talking, and she's actually telling people that my wrestlers were my puppets. If this isn't the Kettle calling the Kettle black as shit, this is Francine from ECW, who worked for Paul Heyman. If you want to talk about puppets, and you want to talk about people that were under the fucking thumb and under the fucking microscope and under the fucking puppeteer master extraordinaire, nobody had any. Hold on. Now I gotta listen to fucking Francine, this fucking douche. Because out of everybody to talk, how Francine could fucking talk is amazing. Because Francine, first off, let me hear the goddamn thing. Now, I've never heard this. And this has got to be old. So let's hear this. Hold on.
I rock up, and I'm taking my shoes off because I need to wear barefoot because I don't want to sprain my ankle.
So this is Francine talking about the Heatwave invasion. And once again, like I said, for somebody who gets no credit for anything ever, I sure do get a lot of credit for everything that's ever happened bad. I mean, so Rob Black is a non-factor. XPW was shit. Nobody cared. But here I am sitting at my house, and I'm like Charles Manson, I guess. I'm orchestrating fucking 10, 20, 30 wrestlers because they're all my puppets. So either did I have power or did I not have power? Did I book the shows? Did I create the shows? Did I create everything about XPW? That's why when I sold the company and subsequently the company tried to relaunch 3 different times, it went right in the toilet. Was that because I was the real driving force? Or was it just because of fucking fluke? Why is it that the company that was created after me from all of my employees, Wrestling Society X, that lasted on MTV, not even a full season, because why? Rob, again, it's an amazing to listen to these people. So Francine is talking about a Heatwave. When ECW decided to come out here to California and have a pay-per-view, and our wrestlers did nothing more than sit in the front of the arena and wear XPW t-shirts. Now, it wasn't our fault that their attendance and their ticket buying people didn't sell enough that we were actually able to buy the front row on the hard cam. That's not our fault. And all we did was strategically do something that has been done in every other federation. See, Francine and Tommy Dreamer and the entire locker room overreacted, and they jumped the railings and came at us. And of course, they spin it to tell everybody that we were climbing over the rails, which is all lies. Francine is a liar. Okay? She's a liar. That's a fact. So let's hear this twat's version. Alright? So let's go.
Around those heels, and I hear this huge pop. And I'm saying to myself, why are they popping for a lockup? Nothing even happened. Well, I turn around, the girl's got her boobs hanging out.
Bullshit.
And I'm like,
that's a lie. Francine is a liar. She's talking about Christy Mist. Christy Mist did not take her tits out. What happened was Christy Mist took off the shirt that everybody was wearing that was inside out. So all the boys had their shirts inside out, so you couldn't see the XPW logo, because their bouncer at the time, who was head of security, Ronnie from Atlas, who eventually worked for us, said, you guys can't have those XPW shirts on the outside. You can't do it. We're gonna throw you out. So everybody had to wear their shirts on the inside. Okay? Now, what happened was at the specific time, which was in the beginning of the match, not in the middle of the match, not at the end of the match. It was specifically done not to fuck with their fucking show. It was strategically done because Ronnie from Atlas said, if you take your shirts out and we see them, we're going to throw you out. So everybody knew the minute those shirts came off and you could see the XPW logo, they were going to get thrown out. So strategically, everybody said, do it in the beginning. So basically, you get thrown out in the beginning, life goes on, it makes a fun statement, yada, yada, yada. Christy Mist never took her tits out. When she took her shirt off, she had a bikini on. She's got big tits, and suffice to say, the crowd popped for a girl in a bikini with big boobs. End of story. And apparently that was a lot more exciting than Francine, Tommy Dreamer, and Justin fucking Credible. Sorry, Francine. So we'll continue.
How disrespectful, and next thing I know, I see them all doing the shirts, putting their shirts on. All I did was go up to the girl, and I touched her really gently on the back of her head. I mean, not even everybody. I punched her. I knocked her off her chair. I didn't touch the girl. I mean, barely touched her. And she turned around, and she looked like a deer in the headlights, and she was scared out of her mind. I said, "Put your shirt back on." And she just sat there, and I said, "Put your shirt back on." She just stared at me. Next thing you know, here comes Tommy. He's grabbing me. The locker room empties. Atlas is jumping the rail. They're putting their shirts on. Everybody's fighting. The girl got knocked over because the big guy with her knocked her over.
Right.
I didn't touch her, and Tommy just grabbed me and told me to go in the ring. And I'm hot at this point because, they're taking away from us. We only have so much time, and I think they took almost 7 minutes from the match away or something stupid.
So right there, Francine, that just clears everything up. Why has nobody fucking talked about this? Francine just says, right there, we just have evidence. All our wrestlers did was take their shirts off to expose XPW, which in turn, security would come in and say, all right, guys, now you have to leave, which in turn they left. Francine saying she got out of the ring, went over to Christy Miss. She didn't punch her. She didn't do anything like that. She tapped her in the head. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Francine saying they are the ones that overreacted. Francine's admitting she's the one that overreacted. Let me tell you something. If that was a WWE event and fucking Stephanie McMahon jumped out of the fucking ring and went over to a TNA girl and tapped her in the fucking head, are you kidding? Vince McMahon would have fucking beat the shit out of his own fucking daughter. Right now, Francine is saying something that we get all the heat for by everybody in the wrestling business. Francine is saying that all the people did on XPW was take their shirts out. Christy Miss did not have her tits out. That's bullshit. And Francine knows it. And people that were there know it. No bullshit. That is the fucking only lie Francine said. What does she say? That they took their shirts out and Francine goes over to the railing and touches Christy Miss. And when that happens, the entire ECW locker room spills out and attacks the XPW guys. There. Fuck you, ECW, and all the ECW fans. Fuck you, ECW, and all the ECW fans. Your own fucking worker just blew the myth. Just blew the myth. ECW started the Heatwave fight. Taking your fucking shirts off in the fucking audience to reveal XPW is not anything that would warrant a wrestler from going out of the ring and touching a spectator. End of story. End of fucking story. What Francine and Tommy Dreamer and Justin Credible should have done was started their fucking match, or at least sat there for 1 minute. Ronnie from Atlas Security takes everybody and throws them out. Francine created what happened at Heatwave. End of story. You just heard it from this fucking rat's mouth. End of fucking story.
All I did was go up to the girl, and
There you go.
We will be around a lot.
Listen.
put their shirts on. All I did was go up to the girl, and I touched her really gently on the back of her head. I mean, not even everybody. I punched her. I knocked her off her chair. I didn't touch the. I mean, barely touched her. And she turned around.
There, Francine says I didn't punch her. I didn't touch. Well, I barely touched her. Francine just said she's the one that came into the XPW fucking audience, the guys and a girl in the audience, and she touched them. Again, fuck all you wrestling marks, and fuck all you ECW jerk-offs. There, Francine just fucking broke kayfabe. There you go, motherfuckers. You stupid assholes. Unbelievable.
And I touched her really gently on the back of her head. I mean, not even everybody. I punched her. I knocked her off her chair. I didn't touch the. I mean, barely touched her. And she turned around. And she looked like a deer in the headlights, and she was scared out of her mind. I said, "Put your shirt back on." And she just sat there, and I said, "Put your shirt back on." She just stared at me. Next thing you know, here comes Tommy. He's grabbing me. The locker room empties. Atlas is jumping the rail. They're putting their shirts on. Everybody's fighting.
There you go. Francine just broke kayfabe. There. It's a little too late, but Francine just broke kayfabe. Tommy Dreamer comes, grabs her arm, the locker room spills out, and Atlas Security jumps the rails. End of story. Thank you. Thank you. All because, what did Francine say? Put your shirt back on. Don't put the XPW logo on. So the XPW logo and them sitting in the front row. Once again, guys, remember this. ECW was so pathetic with their draw out here and the amount of tickets they sold versus what they had to give away. We were actually able to buy an entire front row on hard cam. Now, if that's not pathetic, and if that, listen, if Vince, let me tell you something. Vince McMahon would even say that ECW got what they deserved. If they go to a rival town, remember, this is Vince McMahon who dealt with going to rival towns where these motherfuckers would threaten to kill each other back in the early days of wrestling when Vince would go into people's territory and raid their territory. So for Vince McMahon to hear this story and say, so you mean ECW went into another company's territory and had a pay-per-view at the exact same arena that this company called their own? Yes, Vince. And this company, ECW, didn't have wherewithal to at least get all the tickets that could possibly be available on hard cam that somebody like this rival promotion could possibly buy up to humiliate and embarrass this. Yes, Vince. You know what Vince would say? They deserve what they got. It's exactly what Vince would have said. Vince McMahon, the most ruthless promoter in the history of wrestling. I wish somebody would talk to. I have never happened. It's fucking Vince McMahon. He's a billionaire. But you talk to a real worker, okay? A real respected worker in the big time ranks, and you tell me what they would say. For ECW to come to our arena and our backyard and not be able to sell out the front row on hard cam, that they actually sold it out to us, they deserved what they got. End of story. You're that pathetic of a fucking wrestling company that you come out to a rival territory, run in their arena, and you can't even sell out the fucking front row on hard cam? Fucking hard cam. We're not talking about on the fucking left or right side or even behind hard cam, but hard cam. The camera that shoots, that sees everything going on every wide shot. You can't even fucking sell that out. You are a pathetic company. And if somebody sits in that fucking area with a sign that says, I love to suck cock, guess what? Tough shit. On the WrestleMania pay-per-view, there was somebody on the hard cam that was sitting 8 rows back that kept holding up an Israeli flag. I kept going, look, someone's got an Israeli flag. Look, they keep holding it up on hard cam. So, ECW fans, fuck you, and fuck the rat, Francine, who just fucking broke kayfabe. She just fucking admitted that they are the ones that started the violence over a bunch of rival company that had XPW shirts and bought tickets to their big pay-per-view on hard cam, and they couldn't even fucking sell it. That is a pathetic fucking company. We'll continue.
The girl got knocked over because the big guy with her knocked her over.
Right.
I didn't touch her. You know, and Tommy just grabbed me and told me to go in the ring. And I'm hot at this point because, like, they're taking away from us. We only have so much time, you know, and I think they took almost 7 minutes from the match away or something stupid like that. I mean, we had to really, like, cut some spots out and stuff like that.
Wasn't our fault.
I just thought it was really disrespectful. It was disrespectful not only to us, but to just the wrestling business in general. Never go to somebody's show and pull that shit, you know? And like I said, the girl was just so dumb. I don't think she knew any better. And I think they were all Rob Black's puppets and just did what,
Right.
what they. I mean, I just came back from California and two Supreme and Chaos
Right.
were on the show. And, you know, I walked in the locker room and I said, you know, I gave a wave to everybody. And one by one, they come trickling over and they introduce, because, you know, in the business, you go up to the name or whatever.
Right.
I think it's bullshit, but whatever. If I see you first, I'm going to say, hi, I'm Francine, how you doing? Well, these two didn't say anything to me, and I kind of walked by them a couple times. I smiled, you know, and they wouldn't talk to me. And the promoter said, well, maybe they feel funny because of the whole... I said, oh, please, that was years ago, and I know it wasn't their fault, and I know it was Rob telling them. So then by the end of the night, they both said hi, and
Squashed it.
I don't really care. Like, I don't hold them responsible. It was Rob.
Right.
But then after the company went bankrupt, Rob called me every day trying to get me to work for XPW. So
Right.
I said, well, you just made a statement how I'm the... I think he's like, she's the ugliest, she has no talent, she's this, that, and the other thing, but then... I need you to work for my company. It was all work. We didn't mean it. We just wanted to make ourselves look good. I'm just like, whatever, Rob, you know, so.
But that's the
You never went to XPW, right?
But that's the wrestling business. What is fucking Francine? Was she fucking retarded? And then Rob called. A, I never called her every day. B, I had somewhat of a relationship because she was dating Tommy Dreamer. And I actually spent New Year's Eve with Tommy Dreamer, Francine, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Big Dick Dudley. She won't say that. Of course, people don't want to fucking talk about that, but Francine spent New Year's Eve with all of us. We went to the Rainbow Room on New Year's Eve. Francine was with us. Francine was with us. Okay? So, Francine is a retard, and the fact that she was with Tommy Dreamer was a relationship. Nobody knew that. That was super kayfabe. But when Dreamer had Beulah and was running those programs, he was actually with Francine. When Francine was with Shane Douglas and Beulah was with Tommy Dreamer and Francine were really together. And it would fucking be the big fucking kayfabe. But that's the whole connection there. And like I said, called Francine every day? No. I talked to her a couple fucking times, and that was it. And she basically didn't... So let's continue. I want to hear what her reasoning is, because he asked her about going to XPW.
No, I was talking, he would call me all the time, so I would talk to him, and then I remember the one time he's like, because I know they incorporated a lot of porn, and I wasn't down with that. And I'm like, I don't, you know, that's not the way I want to go.
Right.
And he said, no, we've changed the company. I want to send you some DVDs. And I said, well, send me VHS because I don't have a DVD player. And he's like, yeah, all right. So he takes my PO box address, and I go, and there's a box that's this big. And here he sent me a DVD player.
That's awesome.
So I got a DVD player from him, and he sent me some, you know, no, his DVDs.
Alright, cool.
He gave me one porno. Actually, I think Bubba might have gave it to me because I think Tom Byron was in it, and as he was being serviced, he had an ECW T-shirt.
That's the one that Bubba directed? Is it Bubba
Probably. I don't know, but I just wanted to see the guy with the T-shirt, and I actually had dinner with Tom Byron after that, so it was weird. I was like, oh God, this is bizarre. So.
Speaking, going
But I
back.
don't hang out with porno stars.
Sure. No.
Not much anyway. No.
Going back to the actual wrestling aspect of ECW.
There you go. I totally forgot. I sent Francine a DVD player. Wow, that's pretty good. What the fuck? What happened here? You know, this is bullshit, man. The Google, the YouTube fucking thing, will like shit the bed sometimes. It's kind of annoying. But yeah. So, I guess I wasn't that bad of a guy, huh? So, Francine didn't have a fucking DVD player, so I sent her a fucking DVD player, motherfuckers. I guess I'm not that bad of a fucking heel afterwards, huh? Man. Fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. Okay? Fucking brutal. Oh my gosh, listen to this guy. Listen to this dude. Oh my god, this has gotta be, this is an ECW mark who is obsessed. And you can tell when we get ECW marks that get all upset because their beloved ECW went out of business before we did. So, it says, this is from Ted Alton. What world are you in, Rob? Seriously, you wasted millions of dollars promoting trash. XPW is trash. Bottom barrel, backyard garbage. There is no legacy. There is no fan base. Just a handful of people who want to forget it as a cum stain on the business. XPW went all the way to Philly and couldn't sell out the arena. And that was back when wrestling was still hot. That's not true. Kevin Kleinrock has been a failure for the past 10 years, with failed project after another. What exactly makes you think in 2014 that you two bottom feeders have anything to contribute? You were an ECW mark. XPW was a carbon copy of ECW, minus the actual talent and creativity. Fuck you, loser. Oh, man! Wow! Wow! You guys, did you hear that? You gotta hear that again. Hold on. Oh! I love it. I love it. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking classic. Hold on, you guys. I'm rebooting this because I want my YouTubers to hear this because it's funny. Because apparently this guy is watching our show right now. I mean, the guy's watching the show. This asshole is watching our show, and he's calling me a loser. It's like, really, bro? You're watching my show. You're wait a minute. You're watching Ted Alton. You're watching my show, and you're calling me a fucking loser. Are you serious, bro? What did you just stumble upon the Rob Black show, you fucking moron? I love it. YouTubers, I know I lost you guys. Let me refresh. We had, during the downtime, we had somebody email us, and it's from Ted Alton, if that's even his real name. Chances are it's not. It's just a fake person. And they emailed us when they heard us talking about ECW. So apparently they're a wrestling mark who is so upset that ECW went out of business and we kept going. Regardless if we only kept going for a fucking week or a month, but we kept going and ECW went out of business. And they watch Paul Heyman every fucking week in the WWE, and it kills them because Paul Heyman was anti-WWE, anti-corporate. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so this guy, Ted Alton, actually has the audacity to call me a loser, and he's watching my show. Ted Alton, you're watching my show. Ted Alton, you're watching my show. Do you realize that doesn't make me a loser? That makes you a loser, okay? Because I'm not on cable television where you're just stumbling across the old dial and you're like, oh, what's this? Who's this? Let me see. So you actually come to this channel and watch me, which makes you a loser, my friend, okay? When you say, what legacy? Well, apparently, Ted Alton, you're watching me now, so I guess my legacy has lasted this long that you're fucking watching me, you dumb motherfucker. Do you realize that? And for you to know what Kevin Kleinrock's been doing for 10 years means you follow us, and you follow our careers. So I would say, Teddy Alton, I got a pretty good legacy if your stupid ass is watching me. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me read you Teddy Alton's email, and it's pretty funny. He says, what world are you in, Rob? Seriously, you wasted millions of dollars promoting trash. XPW was trash. Bottom barrel backyard garbage. There is no legacy. There is no fan base. Again, the legacy and fan base is that Teddy is watching me now. Sorry, Teddy. I know, it's brutal, Teddy. But I would classify you as a fan and a legacy, considering that you're watching me now. Sorry, jerk-off. Just a handful of people who want to forget it as a cum stain on the business. XPW went all the way to Philly and couldn't sell out the arena. And that was back when wrestling was still hot. Okay, that's not entirely true, but we could split hairs on exactly how hot wrestling was then. Kevin Kleinrock has been a failure for the past 10 years with failed project after another. I might have agreed with you until I made up with Kevin, so I can't say that he's been a failure. But I will say that he hasn't reached the success level that he did since he was working for me and the shitty old XPW that Ted watched and continues to watch now. What exactly makes you think in 2014 that you two bottom feeders have anything to contribute? You were an ECW mark. XPW was a carbon copy of ECW, minus the actual talent and creativity. Well, let me ask you, Ted, considering that most of the name talent that were the draws of ECW wound up coming to work for us, then the only thing you have left is the creativity. Okay, Raven worked for us. Sandman worked for us, Sabu worked for us, Shane Douglas worked for us, Candido worked for us. I mean, I think we're missing Bubba and Tommy Dreamer. So Axel Rotten, Balls Mahoney, New Jack, Mustafa. I mean, the list goes on of all of the ECW guys that came, and Just Incredible. All of them, Danny Doring, Chris Shetty, they all worked for us. So the entire ECW locker room, with the exception of Bubba and who, fucking who, we had everybody. So we wound up having everybody, and ultimately, what put us out of business, Ted, was a thing called the United States government. But I will say this, XPW did go on as Wrestling Society X and continue on MTV, and that did last almost the full season. So Ted, I hate to tell you, you're not entirely accurate with your statements. And just the fact, Teddy, that you're listening to us right now makes you kind of stupid, because you're criticizing us and criticizing me, but yet you're watching me, which kind of makes you kind of retarded. That's like somebody watches the WWE and says how they're such a shitty wrestling company and they're PG and they're watered down, but yet you watch all the pay-per-views and you watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown every fucking week. And then you tell everybody how they suck and how they're shitty. But yet, you watch them, which makes you completely fucking retarded. Teddy, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It makes you pretty stupid. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. It makes you pretty fucking stupid. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying, Ted. Anyways, Dan, what's Crippled Dan have to say? Okay? Let's see. I'm hearing, let's see. What do you mean it? What do you mean? What you mean advice? Let's see, Patrick. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see here. Patrick said, I forgot which one. Jasmine or Nicole accused you of beating your girlfriend and hitting her in places where they don't show. Plus a shit more. I would say that was Jasmine St. Clair. Because Jasmine was so upset that we fired her that it was just a constant barrage of her just talking shit about us, and I beat my girlfriend. I beat her in places that wouldn't show. So what? It's like, really? How do you beat a porn girl in places that don't show when they are constantly half naked? How the fuck do you do this? I'm telling you, man, when people would just talk shit and other people literally would go, yeah, that's true. It's like, oh my God. Nobody ever sits back and just goes, I think that's bullshit. I gotta say that's bullshit. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and people will always believe what they want to believe until you corner them and actually say, hey, so let's get all of us in a room and talk real life and real shit. And let's see who's telling what. And then they always fucking puss out and fucking, shit themselves and. But anyways. Oh, God. Now you guys got me all fucking off the Francine gimmick. And now we're fucking sitting there talking about all these other people. Jasmine, I've heard countless stories about Jasmine talking shit on us, which is just, it's like, whatever. Like I say, Jasmine was just upset because we fired her, and she don't like that. So she just constantly would talk shit on us, and literally, constantly, always talk shit on us. But again, what the fuck are you gonna do? It is what it is. Jasmine was a horrible human being. Literally just a horrible person. And she was just one of those backstabbers. Like, literally, she would say shit about you, and even when shit was good. So you would be in a good place with her, paying her money, and doing a whole business deal with her, and you would find out that she talked shit on you. So you could never. Jasmine was just a brutal human. I got you. So I'm actually hearing that one of the I have to talk about that one of these days, about one of the rivals. See, we keep losing our on our YouTube page. I don't know why. We keep losing our feed on our fucking YouTube page. We're not losing it on our main feed, but we keep losing it on our YouTube feed. I don't know. Oh, man. God. I don't know. Anyways. Anyway, okay, go back to my friend. See, man, we were talking about everything digressed. Pat, thanks, you prickhead. You prick. You fuck. You bastard. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, you bastard. Anyways, I'm done with Francine. It's hurtful. Francine hurt my feelings. She did. But hey, whatever. Anyways. Thanks, Pat. You broke our flow. Gonna have to somehow it's gonna have to somehow cut out beginning, cut out end, and just do the ECW bit with Francine, because I'm sure people would like to hear that. Anyways, hey, you guys heard it for true that Francine is the one that came down and instigated the contact and had the locker room clear out. It wasn't XPW. The only thing XPW did was flip their shirts around and go from there. It had nothing to do with us jumping rails or doing anything of the sort. So we were completely cool all we did was take our shirts and turn them from being all black to being XPW. So it's not our fault that they couldn't sell the hard cam out. And it should show you that I was a nice guy. I actually bought Francine a fucking DVD player so she could watch our DVDs, because that poor girl didn't even have enough money to get a fucking DVD player. But come on, you guys got to admit, it's kind of funny hearing Francine tell the world that all my workers were nothing but Rob Black puppets. Seriously, you're talking. She's talking as somebody that was inside, that was extremely close to the brain trust of ECW. So she was involved with Tommy Dreamer, and Tommy Dreamer ran all the merch. So it was Tommy Dreamer's responsibility to keep the merch flowing, and he used to have to battle with Paul Heyman about getting reimbursed for money, about getting paid for different deals they did. And Francine was involved with Bubba, not sexually, I'm saying the brain trust. She was part of that crew. And you're talking about Bubba, who literally couldn't even get FedEx to send Heyman to FedEx him money so that he could pay for TV spots of things that Bubba was promoting. And you're going to tell me that my boys were puppets. Come on, Francine, that's...
Sorry to interrupt. Check your internet. Mine's just went out like a couple of seconds ago. Ultimate Warrior died.
When?
It's just WWE just put it out like 10 minutes ago.
My internet's up.
It's up? Okay.
Scared of me.
It's fine. Sorry.
How did he... Whoa,
They don't say.
Well, he must have killed himself.
Yeah, he was just on Raw last night.
Yeah, and he was just
on the
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably fucking he probably fucking yeah, he probably killed himself.
Yeah, it just came up, so there's no info.
Yeah, I'm up. My internet's up.
All right, let's be my shit. All right.
Tom Byron said that he just heard the Ultimate Warrior died. And if that's the case, he fucking either killed himself or he OD'd. But the fucking guy, yeah, I know, Crippled Dan. Crippled Dan just said the Ultimate Warrior died. So for the Ultimate Warrior to fucking die, he either fucking killed himself or OD'd. He was on fucking Raw last night, for Christ's sakes. He must have, for coming back into the business, the fucking guy must have started doing drugs again. The boys must have got him fucked up in the back. The boys must have got him all fucked up in the back, and he fucking went off the wagon and got all fucked up and fucking died because he literally was at the Hall of Fame induction, which was Sunday or Saturday. My bad, it was Saturday. And then Sunday, he came out for WrestleMania when they did a tribute, and he came out and walked out and said hello to everybody. And then he was just on the other day. So that's a little weird that the Warrior just fucking died all of a sudden. It's very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. And I'm sure you're going to hear more about this as the days fucking go on. But he's either killed himself or he fucking OD'd. But there's no way he just fucking died out of the fucking blue. Just out of the fucking blue. He was alive yesterday and he's dead today. So we, come on now. Come on now. For Christ's sakes. Come on now. Come on now. What's up? Alright? Come on now. Come on now. Definitely. Something was fucked up. So, yeah. And I have no idea why we lost internet connection for that brief minute that Tom Byron said we did. Come on, Ted Alton. Oh, listen to Ted Alton. I'm browsing live streams on YouTube and I saw the Rob Black show over related shows on the sidebar. I thought to myself, is that Rob Black, the XPW guy? So I tuned in to see what it's about. And I went to your site and yeah, I'm checking out what you are doing today. I was hoping you were still in jail. Anyway, I'm watching your show and you start ragging on ECW like a big shot. You talk about all those stars that work for you, and that was usually after they were broken down and desperately needed crack money. You should play the clip where Chris Candido talks about being arrested for bounced checks. He's dead! Yeah, I'm watching you. Doesn't make me a fan. I would watch drunk people tell stories on the corner. It's pure entertainment. I don't think you are truly delusional. I think you just don't. I think you just know how to con people into believing your shit. Though I'm not sure how many do these days. And by the way, the ECW drew 4,000 in that building in California. What did you ever draw there? 200? I saw some of your tapes. They were always empty. Well, listen to this dude. Oh, man, he's awesome. Listen to Chris Candido talk about being arrested for bounced checks. Okay. So he was on YouTube and saw the Rob Black show over related shows on the sidebar. Thought to myself, is that Rob Black, the XPW guy? Yes. So I tuned in to see what it's all about. I went to your site and yeah, I'm checking out what you were doing today. I was hoping you were still in jail. I'm watching your show and you start ragging on ECW like a big shot. Well, Ted, first off, I wasn't ragging on ECW. We were talking about Francine and the fact that she was lying about something. She was lying. We did not jump the railings. We did not strike anybody. And that is complete bullshit. That's number one. You talk about all these stuff. So that's it, Ted. Ain't talking and ragging on anybody, you retard. I'm ragging on the fact that ECW, Francine, was telling a lie. And the lie that went around in all the wrestling business was that we jumped the railing, we initiated the fights, and Christy Mist was naked. And Francine just broke kayfabe and admitted that she's the one that went into the fucking crowd. She's the one that touched Christy Mist. And as soon as she touched Christy Mist, Tommy Dreamer came and grabbed her. And then the entire ECW came out of the locker room, and then they jumped the railing with Atlas Security. So that's number one, Ted. Number two, you are a fan, Ted, because you keep listening and you keep watching the show, and you emailed me back, Teddy. So you are a fan. It's all right, buddy. You're one of the people that believe my shit, dummy. You're one of the people, you fucking dum-dum. You're one of the people. Sorry, Ted. Okay? And all the stars that worked for me, Ted, they came and worked for me right after ECW closed. So what you're gonna say is what? They were all crackheads during ECW's reign? Well, then that's got to be what you mean. That it has to be what you mean. I mean, from the last ECW pay-per-view to when those guys showed up on our show was relatively soon. So again, your time frame's wrong, Ted. If you're gonna shoot on me and shoot on XPW, please, you got to get your facts straight. Secondly, ECW did not draw 4,000 people in that building. And Ted, there's a big difference of what is paid and what is papered. And when you're giving out tickets at fucking every Toys R Us and every fucking place imaginable, it's kind of fucked up to count that as paid attendance. And Ted, your theory is extremely wrong when little old us could actually buy the entire front row out on hard cam, which shows, Ted, that they were not sold out. They did not have 4,000 people, and everybody lies about their numbers. And Ted, we drew I think we did a 1,200 at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. That was like our biggest draw. And Ted, that's pretty good for somebody that was not having national television, that was not having the power of a WWE machine. Because remember, Ted, ECW was intricately involved with WWE. That end of their era where they already had deals set up with Vince. You had people like Stone Cold Steve Austin that were in ECW and went right from ECW right into fucking WWE. I mean, the list goes on, Ted. Come on, man. The list goes on. Again, for somebody like you to discredit what we did, we were more popular than any other California Fed that's ever come along, from Hollywood Wrestling on down, and no other indie Fed, aside from who? Ring of Honor? Really? Ring of Honor? And they have a fucking national television company that backs them, and they still draw like shit, and they still have crap attendance, and their DVDs don't sell. So, I mean, come on, Ted. There's a plethora of things that you could fucking be honest about, man. You're like a fucking bitter mark, for Christ's sakes. You're just a bitter mark, for Christ's sakes. Come on already. And you are a fan if you're still watching me. You're fucking... Oh, God. Trying to think. What else I was going to say? Pat, I'm over these idiots. Nicole Bass. She's a fucking nut job. And Nicole Bass is completely... But Pat gives me these time codes of Nicole Bass saying that I beat Lizzie, which is pretty crazy. Talks about porn and you getting her to do bondage and then selling real porn around her seams. Okay. How did I get Nicole Bass to do anything? She did bondage scenes. And she did like 8 movies. And she got paid $8,000 to do each one of these movies. and there wasn't porn around them, she was in every fucking scene. And we couldn't put real porn around them because back in our era, you couldn't mix bondage and real fucking. So, again, Nicole Bass is lying. That's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. It's a fucking lie. Okay? It's just a lie. Once again, it's Nicole Bass just lying. And if you look at Nicole Bass and listen to that history, she sued WWE. She's a fucking nut job. Nicole Bass is the biggest nut job in the entire fucking world. Can't believe anything Nicole Bass fucking spews. She's a fucking retard. So, what else can be said about the fucking retard Nicole Bass? That's it. So, there's Nicole Bass story. Ted Alton, my fucking new fan, who doesn't watch me. He just happened to be browsing live streams on YouTube. Ted, then you gotta be the fucking most boringest motherfucker in the world to actually just be browsing live streams on YouTube, okay? Because if you think I suck, have you ever seen the people on YouTube that are doing live streams? Holy shit! That's gotta be some of the worst crap I've ever fucking seen. So come on, Ted. You gotta make up a better bullshit excuse than that. I'm browsing live streams on YouTube, and I saw the Rob Black show over in related shows. Because, yes, I don't have cable. I don't have even basic television. All I do is go on the internet, and I get on YouTube, and I browse internet YouTube shows. And boy, Rob Black really does suck, because I normally like to watch some high quality YouTube live streams at 9 o'clock at night. Ted, come on, man. You sound so silly. You're such a mark. So at 9 o'clock at night, you're trolling around on YouTube, looking at different live streams. Tell me, Ted, email me back and tell me what interesting live streaming content is on YouTube at 9 o'clock at night. You fucking dummy. Come on, Ted. What live streaming content is on at 9 o'clock at night that you're just trolling around looking to watch? Okay? And he's saying, I was hoping you were still in jail. It sounds like a little kid. Sounds like some fucking kid. It sounds like just some fucking 17-year-old kid. I was hoping you were still in jail anyways. It's so... Ted, that's so mean. Why are you so mean to me, Ted? Yeah, I'm watching you. It doesn't make me a fan. I would watch drunk people tell stories on the corner. It's pure entertainment. I don't think you are truly delusional. I think you just know how to con people into believing your shit. Well, Ted, isn't that being an entertainer? Isn't that being an entertainer that you can con people into believing what you're saying and they in turn consider it entertainment? Just like you, Ted. You just said I was entertainment, Teddy. You just said I was entertainment. Yeah, I'm watching you. Doesn't make me a fan. I would watch drunk people tell stories on the corner. It's pure entertainment. So, Ted, you're watching me because you're entertained. But then you tell me I'm not delusional. I just con people into believing my shit. But you said you're not sure how many people believe in my shit these days. But you do, Ted, because you're listening to me. And you're watching me, Ted. And now, guess what, Ted? Here's the you want to know what the funny thing is, Ted, since you've watched me this one time, so you say, and you know where I am, you're now going to always go on to me and see what's going on. You know it, Ted. You know I got you. You know I got you, Ted. You know I got you, baby. Ted, you know I got you. Ted, come on. You know I got you. You know I got you, Ted. Fucking Ted. I got Ted. Ted, you know you're gonna watch me now. You know you're gonna watch me. Oh, Ted, come on. Come on, Ted. Late night with Rob Black and Ted. All right, Ted. Here goes. Ted. Ted. Oh, man. Come on, Ted. Ted. Come on, let's be friends, Ted. Teddy. Come on, Ted. 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 Are you there? Ted, are you there? I can't hear you, Ted. Come on, Ted. Ted. Ted, are you there still? Ted, I'm waiting for you. Come on. Ted. Ted. Come on, Ted. Let's be friends. Come on, Ted. Ted, you know you're now gonna constantly be checking us out. You know it, Ted. Admit it. See, Ted, now Katie Summers is ready for some news that we can use, Ted. All right? And if you guys, if you go to the YouTube feed, it says Late Night with Rob Black and Ted. There's Ted! I got Ted! I love Ted goes, okay, let's address this. You say Ring of Honor doesn't sell DVDs. Okay, sure. DVD died like 10 years ago. Ring of Honor sucks. Hard dicks. Anyway. I love that. But here's this. What stars did XPW ever produce? Name me one star that ever went to WWE. Ring of Honor made CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Antonio Cesaro, and Samoa Joe, etc. Where's the XPW homegrown stars? Name one. Name me one guy that ever went from XPW and is now on WWE TV. Not former ECW guys, original XPW guys. Well, okay, bro, I'll give you this. You are more entertaining than most of the tards on YouTube. I give you that. There is no quality content on YouTube, just retarded people I like to troll and fuck with. Yeah, I'm messing around on Wednesday night. Hey, it's a free country. I pay taxes. All right, hey, Ted, you ready for this? Now, I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. XPW has a star, okay, and his name was GQ Money. And this counts, so fuck you. GQ Money is currently working in the front offices of the WWE. That is a fact. His name is Ryan Katz, Smiley Johnson, but I think he goes by he goes to his real name. You could go find him on Twitter. You could find him on Twitter, Teddy. And I dedicated this segment of YouTube to you, Teddy, you little fucker. All right? So if you go to Ryan Katz and his Twitter, you will see that he is working in the Florida developmental program, that facility that Hunter Hearst Helmsley did a big pitch about, where he talked about this was going to be the development for the future of WWE superstars, and this was going to be the breeding ground, and yada yada yada. Well, guess what? Teddy, Ryan Katz, aka GQ Money, and if you go to his Twitter page, you will see that he is endorsed by the WWE. He works for the WWE. And if you look at his pictures, you will see a whole bunch of XPW photos and videos. So, fuck you, Teddy. There. You didn't get me, motherfucker. You didn't get me. Alright? You didn't get me. And secondly, Ted, Ring of Honor did not make CM Punk. CM Punk was fucking trolling around in the fucking independents for fucking years. Come on, Ted. Fucking Daniel Bryan. He was trolling around in the independents for years. The fucking guy worked for everybody. He worked for Gorilla Pro out here. Come on, he's a fucking indie worker. That's all CM Punk was. CM Punk was in the indie fucking feds. He was in the indies before XPW was around. Come on, Ted. Jeez, come on, Ted. But I thank you for saying I am entertaining. Thank you, Ted. Thank you. And you know you're going to be watching me from now on. You know it, Ted. You fucking know it. Admit it, Ted. Because you wanted me to name you one. Okay? I named you one. Okay? I named you one. I named you one. And I think working in the front office is just as good as being on TV, considering working in the front office serves as producing things, serves as writing things. I mean, let's face it, Ryan Katz can officially work his way to the point where he's part of the writing teams. I mean, he is in the facility that Triple H says is the fucking place where they are looking for their new talent. And let's face it, they are constantly calling people up from Next or whatever the fuck that thing is called. So, yes, fuck you. And GQ Money was a character specifically created by me as far as the whole, what's it called? Clockwork Orange look. And GQ Money was intricately intertwined with all of the crazy gimmicks that we had, from being part of Rape. He was in Rape Angles. He was with Chaos, the Rock Superstar. Come on, Ted. You gotta give me some fucking props, motherfucker. You gotta give me some props. Give me some motherfucking props. And you're gonna discredit Wrestling Society X, Ted? Come on, really? You're gonna fucking discredit Wrestling Society X, Ted? That was XPW, and you fucking know it. Everybody that was associated with that was XPW. From Chaos, to Ryan Katz, to Kevin Kleinrock, to Vampiro, to X-Pac, to the Big Vision jerk-offs that I sold XPW to. That was my deal. Come on, Ted. You're going to say that wasn't successful? Come on, Ted. Having a show on MTV? Come on, Ted. Why you want to discredit me like that? Why you want to do me like that? That hurts, Ted. That fucking hurts. That hurts. Hurt me a little bit. Little bit, Ted. Little fucking bit you hurt me. And I even dedicated this YouTube feed to you. It says on there, Ted, Late Night with Rob Black and Ted. Come on, Ted. I produced you one guy who's working front office in XPW for WWE at a prestigious place where they are bringing up talent from. A lot of talent is from that Next, and you know that. Come on now. Can't deny that. When you got Triple H saying, this is the place and our facility, and he was so proud of it, and that's where my boy's working. Now, come on, Ted. And he doesn't run from XPW. Go to his Twitter. He's got tons of XPW stuff on there, Ted. It's obvious he's part of XPW. Ted! Come on, Ted! That, along with Wrestling Society X and the fact that all the XPW videos were available in Best Buy, at Circuit City, and Fry's Electronics. You're not going to give me no credit, Ted? Damn. You're not going to give us no credit for having a pay-per-view, a real pay-per-view on In-Demand. Ring of Honor's never had a fucking pay-per-view on In-Demand. Can't give me no credit, Ted? Damn, Ted. You're harsh, bro. You're harsh, man. Well, Ted, I gotta go now. You're really hurting my fit. Okay? Ted, that's fucked up. Ted goes, do you have any more former janitors that work for WWE now shuffling papers? What do you mean? You're going to tell me GQ Money wasn't a main player in XPW? Ted, you're out of your fucking mind. And now you're going to say shuffling papers. See, Ted, that's fucked up. You can at least give me some fucking props. Thanks, Ted. Thanks. All right, Ted, I'm done now. I got to do the news. But that hurts, Ted. And we're done with this segment. But I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow because you know you're a fan now, so fuck you. Admit it, motherfucker. Admit it. Do you smell what Rob Black and my man Ted is cooking? Woo!